Hi guys, Elena is here and we are finally doing a plant tour. It took me a while. Since I have way too many plants to show in one video, we're gonna start from my dining room, also known Elena's plant room in this home, because my plants kind of took over my dining room. So this room that you guys are going to see, this is the same room that I film most of my videos. I sit at this dining room table and basically make videos for you guys. Also, this room has most of the plants than anywhere else in my house. That's why I want to break this video up in sections. So I guess today I'm gonna show you this room. Some other day I will film the upstairs, all of the plants up there. And then I will film a video in my living room, my kitchen, and my laundry room. Yes, I even have plants in my laundry room, you guys. And probably in the following video, I will show you the plants that I kicked out outside and why and all that kind of stuff. So since this is gonna be a pretty long video, grab a snack, maybe even a drink, have a seat, relax and enjoy, and I'll be on another side of this camera. All right, you guys, here's the whole shot of the room. Ton of plants, and I guess we're going to start right here in this corner. So right here, this is my giant Hoya pubicalyx that you guys seen me repot. And she is pretty. She lives here now since I basically repotted her. She is huge. She is on a 4-foot trellis. She's enormous. Right here, I have my giant philodendron squamifern. Love this guy so much. I can't believe how big he has gotten, you guys. This is ridiculous. And I love petioles on this philodendron. They are red, they are fuzzy and feel very weird and rubbery, but it's such a cool plant. I really like this guy. And he is still in a tiny pot. I'm gonna have to repot this pretty soon. I want to say this is a 6-inch pot, and for this plant with many stems, it's just way too small. So, and now let's move on to the shelf, you guys. You've seen me refinishing the shelf. It was pretty old, rusty shelf that I converted into a plant shelf. I'm gonna get on my stool so I can reach the top of it and show you what I have on top. So I have a Discadia right here. I forget the name for this girl. That's why I put tags usually in my plants, but I didn't. And I have a tiny little bee in there. Right behind it is Hoya sulawesi, AP 1043. She is big. She's bloomed for me a couple of times already. And right here is Hoya parasitica northable. She is finally giving me beautiful green splashy foliage. She used to grow in a brighter light, and she has this kind of light bleached out foliage, and new ones are very pretty. Here's another one. She has an active vine right here. This is also newer leaf, very pretty. We had a rough start, but now she's doing pretty well. Right next to it is Hoya species UT031 Flores Island. This Hoya has a little bit thinner leaf, but she's very dark, very glossy, and she's also pretty big, you guys. Right to the top, even on a stool. I don't know if I can reach to show you the foliage, but she's doing very well. She is very pretty. Right here I have Hoya Jennifer. There is 2 cuttings in there and I need to separate them. I don't necessarily do that anymore. And maybe I will even share some of the cuttings with you. She's also big. She has long vine. And very pretty foliage, you guys. Very, like, feels like cardboard. Like very thick and veiny. Right here, also big plant, not a lot of leaves yet, is Hoya nervosa. Very large foliage, kind of a heart-shaped looking foliage, very pretty. I don't know if I can reach it, but foliage is pretty big on this Hoya. And this is just a lucky bamboo that I have for many years. It's huge and it's just sitting there. I don't know why, but I have it. Next one right here is Hoya multiflora. She is getting pretty big. She has 2 peduncles. She bloomed for me numerous times. You've seen it before. So here she is, very dark, beautiful foliage. And now we're moving on to shelf number 2. Get off my stool. Right here I have another Discidia. I don't remember her name either, but as I'm editing this, I will add some names if I can't remember them on the spot. And right next to her is another Discidia. She has this matte foliage, and this one I don't believe I even know what this one is, so if you guys do, let me know. But she has this really matte finish to it and feels kind of suede. And right in the back I have my little old man cactus. I love this guy. He is so fuzzy and cute. I even brushed him one time when I just received him, and his little hairs were kind of tangled. Right here I have another, I don't even know what it is, but I have it. So right next to it in this beautiful pot, I have Hoya parviflora Splash. She is cute. She is small foliage Hoya. Her foliage is very, very thick. And she has a lot of splash, but she is getting way too much light here, and I feel I need to move her elsewhere so the foliage could be prettier. And right next to it is crested myrtle blue cactus. He is cute, but the new growth is weird. It just sticks straight up, and I kind of like that rounded shape, but we'll see what he's gonna do. Right next to it is my fairy castle cactus. If you guys remember, I had this huge one for many years, and last year it got mealybugs and it was dying, so I saved tiny little piece, and the rest of it I just put in the trash, and this is what grew now. So he's doing pretty good. So now we're moving on to some Hoyas. This is my Hoya lacunosa Luisa Silver. She has very beautiful silver foliage. She is pretty long, very pretty, good grower. And right next to it, I have Hoya lacunosa Silver Mint. I just took a few cuttings from her the other day to share with you guys on my Etsy shop. And she is pretty. She is also very, very silver, beautiful Hoya. A lot of new growth. And right here I have Hoya Asami. She is very pretty. She has outer variegation. She's pretty big. She is, let me grab it so you guys have an idea how big she is. Right there, you can see it better this way. So she's pretty big, she's very pretty. I also took some of the cuttings for you guys. At some point when they're ready, I will share. And this is Hoya lacunosa Silver, another silver Hoya in my collection, I guess. Very cute, small foliage, also pretty big. I mean, she's going all the way down to here. She has a peduncle. She bloomed for me numerous times. She's a good grower and good bloomer. In fact, all of these little lacunosas, they are all very good growers. Now moving on to next shelf. Right here in the back, what do I have here? This is Haworthia cooperi. Right here, let me maybe zoom in. So she's big, she's cute, she blooms. Right here I have my Hoya lacunosa snow caps. Just a small plant now, which is totally fine. So, but she's also long, she's good grower, beautiful splash on her. So she lives right here. Right behind it I have a blue cactus. I don't remember the full name. Right here I have lithops. They are growing pretty well. It was a gift with one of my purchases and I still have it. They're still growing. Right next to it I have this cactus. I have no idea what kind of cactus he is, but I purchased him because he has arms. And I don't know, he kind of looks funky, but I like him. And right here is Mammillaria plumosa, fuzzy little pancake. Very cute and very hairy, and she bloomed before for me. Just a weird looking plant. I like them weird. Right next to it is rainbow cactus. There's 2 of them and they're cute. They're very pretty. I like the pink coloring on it. And right there, I forget what this is. Just another cacti type of plant, but he's cute. So right here is my Discadia watermelon. She's not doing well currently, you guys. She is kind of dying, I guess. I mean, I have some vines like this one right here is perfectly fine, and she's long and she's pretty, but this vine right here and this one is not doing well. I kind of have to address that situation and fix it when I have a chance, but she's also pretty big. Right here is Depro cactus. I hope I'm saying it right. He is cute. He's a little weird little cactus, but he is cute. Very, very slow grower. I don't know. One day he might grow for me, but he's still alive and I have him for a while now. Here's another little weird plant I have. I don't know what it is. Another lithop right here, and here's another little succulent type of plant. They're very tiny. They're in like tiny little pots. Right next to it, I have my variegated string of pearls. She is long, and she just lives here. She needs a lot of light, so I keep her right over here. Right here, I have a red tail cactus. He is long and skinny and fuzzy. I guess that's it on this shelf. Right here I have another weird little cactus. I have it for a while. He even bloomed for me. I don't know what it is, and it's kind of likes to lean over. I need to fix that. I think this is night orchid cactus. I'm gonna look it up. I'll put it up. I don't know, but I chopped up mine. It wasn't doing well. Rerooted, and it's growing here now. And it seems to be doing okay. This one is a roadkill cactus right here, and this is my Optuna cactus. I like this one. He's just like weird, and I like little oval stacked shaped cactuses on top of each other, I guess. And this is my monkey tail cactus. He is finally growing. I have him for a couple of years now. He is so cute and very, very fuzzy. Not a prickly cactus at all. Hopefully one day he'll be really big and he would hang off the pot. And right here next to it is curly locks cactus. Very interesting looking thing. And right here I have my dead stick plant. It doesn't do anything for me. As long as I have it, it's not dead, but it's not doing anything else. So I don't know, but it is kind of cool. And right here, never remember what these guys are. I have them for at least 5 or 6 years. I will have to look it up what they are, but they are so cute and little, and they bloom and they're weird. It's like little potatoes sitting on top of the soil. They are pretty cool. And right here I just have a succulent, which also don't remember the name for it, but it looks like a little palm tree, so I just keep it around. Right here I have another little succulent. I literally bought it because I wanted that tiny little pot, but this thing is just lives, and it's actually pretty cute. So next shelf right here, I have a philodendron ring of fire, and this is a variegated one. If you guys seen my plant tour in my grow tent, you have seen that I have 2 more in there, so maybe I'll get rid of 2 of them and keep just 1. Right here I have Dracaena, formerly known Sansevieria. Here's a little pink princess variety. I will put on the screen what kind this one is. It's very, very tiny, but it's cute. Right here, philodendron red cardinal. He probably needs to move, too much light. Right underneath him I have another pink princess right here. She is cute. This one I believe is called Black Cherry. So she's cute. She have dark foliage with obviously some pink splashes. Pretty cute. And right next to it, I have a Florida Ghost. Right here, this leaf is already turning green, but they start out pretty white, as you guys know, and then they slowly start turning green. You can see like specks of green appearing, and then they become basically more green. He needs a little bit of help. I need a better stick here. And right next to it is Philodendron Florida Beauty. She is pretty. That was a gift from my friend, and I still have her. And she's doing well for me. Got quite a few leaves, but not all of them variegated. Some of them just come out green, and some of them have pretty nice variegation. And here's a new leaf coming out. And I almost forgot, I have a white wizard right here. He is so big. Look at the stem, you guys. Stem is huge. He is going all the way up to here. This is the newest foliage on him. So pretty, very splashy. There's some more splash here. And I need to give him some kind of support. He has none. He literally just standing on his own in a teeny tiny self-watering pot, you guys. That needs to change. I need to repot him. And maybe even give him better lighting so he gets a lot more variegation on him. So now we're gonna move on to this area right here, but I'm gonna need a stool, you guys. So right here, I have some plants hanging too. Plant number one here is Hoya Waieti variegata. She is very pretty. I know she's kind of a common classic, everybody have it or had it at some point kind of Hoya, but I love her. She is so pretty. Love the variegation. Absolutely love new foliage as it comes out bright pink colors. Very, very pretty. So she lives right here. And next one is Hoya Rosita. She is very cute. I like her. She has not bloomed for me yet, but I'm looking forward to when that happens. And underneath here, you guys, I don't know. I think it's Hoya Rosita, but it could be Waieti also. I'm not very sure. It was just a stick in my propagation box that grew, and I believe I threw Rosita stick in there. I don't ever remember throwing Waieti in, but you could tell the foliage is a little bit longer on this plant than the other Rosita right here, but it's not as long as Waieti gets, so I'm not sure. This one have no idea apparently. It just lives here. I guess I'm gonna wait till both of them bloom and kind of compare and see what this one is. And right next to it right here is Hoya Mini Bell. She's also pretty big, you guys. She is long, very long. And I'm still debating if I want to put her on a trellis or just keep her hanging. She is cute. She has splash. The foliage is very beautiful, dark green. Right here, this is Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Like, she is huge, you guys. The foliage is super cute. She has grown almost to the ceiling at this point, and here she is going all the way down, 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 and she sits in this pot right here. So she kind of lives here. Always have since I got her, and I don't know where she's gonna go next. Right here is Hoya Yellow Sapphire. She is so cute, you guys. Here, I took it off for you guys. So this is Hoya Yellow Sapphire, and foliage on this Hoya is very simple foliage, kind of thick. So this is definitely a Hoya that I purchased for a flower. If you guys look it up, it has adorable yellow flower, and that's the Hoya I got all the way from Sweden just for the flower. One of those days, she's gonna bloom for me and I will show it to you guys. And right here, I have a Hoya Hoya Shikliana, and this is variegated one. She is so pretty. I always like this Hoya. I love how variegated and bright and colorful the foliage is. She has bloomed for me before. There's a peduncle. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but there is a peduncle there. And she has bloomed a few times for me, and I've seen it first time she bloomed and I forgot to film it, and I think I just keep missing it because blooms on this Hoya are very tiny. I feel like that they are even smaller than the regular Hoya Shikliana blooms, but she is so pretty. For me, it's definitely more of the foliage Hoya. Here is another Hoya Lacunosa Silver. She is very big. I actually took some cuttings for you guys. The vine was way too long. It was kind of looking weird, so I figured I can share. And she is very pretty, very, very silver, bloomed for me. Very cute little Hoya. Right here I have a Hoya Sulawesiana. She is beautiful. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen blooms on this Hoya. They are very big and furry. Not just fuzzy, I mean furry, you guys. That's why I purchased her originally, and she is getting so big and pretty, and you could see how her foliage is. I mean, this is insane. She is doing pretty well for me. Love it. And I'm really hoping for blooms at some point, because that's the reason why I wanted this Hoya to begin with. She is a beauty. Some people might not like the foliage, but I personally do. The weirder the better, I guess. So, but here she is pretty. And she just lives right here. I have this little mound right here, and it's just holds some plants. I like it. It works for this room. Now from here, we're moving on to down here, you guys. Right here, I have a Hoya Black Margin. Like her a lot. She is very cute. She does have splash on her leaves. Very glossy, dark foliage, and they're kind of uniformed. I like that. She doesn't grow wonky weird, although there is a teeny tiny little leaf right here, you guys. It is tiny, and I kind of like it. It's just the way it is. And it will not grow any bigger. He did his best, but he is adorable. Right behind it is Hoya Cumingiana. She is big, just a green form, but I like her, and I actually like her on a trellis. I know a lot of people have her just hanging, but I like her on a trellis. And she's pretty big also. Right next to it is Hoya Natalie. That was a gift from my friend also. We had a pretty rough start. I had to restart her quite a few times, but seems like she is doing well now and growing me some new foliage. And new foliage is very, very pretty. It's like kind of a spoon shaped. I like it. And she's pretty good size too. Right next to her also was a gift from my friend, and this is Hoya Viola, you guys. It is beautiful. Look at this foliage. It's like pillowy, large green foliage on her, and the foliage gets bigger and bigger. Like this is the newest, biggest leaf on her. She does have a little bit of splash. Very, very pretty Hoya, and she's also pretty big. And right here is Hoya Limbang, and I actually have a cutting of it, pretty large cutting on Etsy. It's very, very cool, you guys. She does have some splash. Very, very thick foliage. She feels like cardboard, you guys. And also, let me show you in the back somewhere where I'm not gonna break the leaf because they're so stiff. There is a purple veining going in the back of the leaves. That's just very, very cool. These are the newest leaves, so they're still pretty small compared to the other ones. These ones are starting to size up, but this is basically mature foliage. And the one that I have on Etsy have even larger foliage than that, because I'm growing her in my grow tent and she just receives much more humidity. But this Hoya does not need humidity. It lives just fine anywhere you put her. And right here we have Hoya for Bessie. Splash EPC 700. She is very pretty. Very dark, thick foliage. Have Splash. This is the newest foliage on her. Absolutely beautiful. Pretty big, you guys. You can see it right here. Very, very pretty Hoya. And she does feel velvety in the back, like she's a little bit fuzzy, if you can hear it. Very cute. Also, I struggled with this Hoya for quite some time, and she is finally doing well for me. And right here is one of my favorites. I mean, they all are, but this is one of the favorites, is Hoya Sarawak. Look at this foliage. It's so thick, so large. I mean, this is crazy. Look at how big those leaves are. And I will share some cuttings with you guys probably this week or next week. I don't know. I have like 3 cuttings that I'm rooting for you guys. Very, very pretty. And she is doing well. I actually have a few of these around because I'm obsessed with this Hoya. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't even care if she ever blooms for me. I just love the foliage on this Hoya, and this is not even largest leaves. I mean, they're gonna get probably even bigger. Right here I have Hoya pubicalis Jungle Garden. This one is interesting. I like her. I got her as a gift many years ago. Well, when I say many, I want to say probably like 4 years ago. I got her as a gift when I was purchasing some plants from a collector, and I like her. Didn't really know what she is, but now that she's growing and doing well for me, she is different from regular pubicalis. She doesn't have that long skinny leaves. She has more of that rounded shape leaves, and I love how dark she is, and a little bit of splash. Right here is this Kyria apple. That was another gift, I think, and she's doing well for me. She's on this round trellis. She's been growing well from the beginning, and she just lives right here with the rest of other ones. Right here I have Raphidophora decursiva. These are just very old foliage, you guys, but the new foliage is all the way up there. I had this runner going up and I just kind of let it be, and right there we have a pretty foliage. I don't know if you guys gonna be able to see it, and I don't want to jump up on the stool again, but these are her foliage right there. So just kind of sitting there doing her thing. Now we're moving on to this shelf. Well, right here I have a philodendron. I think it's melanochrysum. I don't know. I'm not sure. I will look it up and let you guys know. I have a few of them around, and I'm definitely gonna share this guy with you guys. So right here I have a Hoya walliniana. She is pretty. A little bit sun stressed, not too much, but she's pretty big. And right here I have a Hoya Wilbur Graves. She is at the top of the trellis right there. Right behind her I have Silver Lady. Right there. She's getting big also. Right next to it is Hoya Gunengating. This is sun-stressed portion of the plant since it's so close to the grow light. Very, very pretty plant. Love this plant so much. I actually have a few around my house. That's what I do. If I like something, I have a lot of it because I'm afraid to lose it. But this is the rest of the plant, and I have shared numerous cuttings on Etsy with you guys already, and I do have a few more that I could share. And right here we have Hoya Asech, or species Asech, and she is very pretty. Foliage on this Hoya is pretty large. I don't know if you guys can see it. The lighting is very weird here, but she has a lot of splash on her, and foliage is pretty good size. She's growing pretty well for me from the beginning, so she has quite a few nodes at this point. Right behind it, I don't know, this foliage is hiding it. I'm gonna try to zoom in, is Hoya erythrina Nara. I like her a lot. I had a little bit of hard time finding her, but I did, and she is pretty. There's a little bit of sun-stressed foliage now. Very, very pretty. I like her. I like the veining on the foliage. She's just interesting to me. Here is another gunangating right here. Also pretty large plant. Right in front of them right here is Hoya croniana super silver. She is on a trellis now. She is very pretty, very silver foliage. Blooms for me all the time, and that's the one that I need to make a care video for one of you guys that requested. I will get to it at some point when I have time. And right here I have Hoya incrisata Moonshadow. She is also very pretty, large foliage, very glossy, kind of spoon shaped, kind of curves back foliage, I guess. So she has a lot of variegation. I have showed you this Hoya before in my grow tent, but because I have another cutting there. And she is interesting. She starts off with green foliage, and slowly variegations start appearing and becomes pretty bright. And this spot right here, I actually had my light right there falling off on my plants, and I didn't realize it fell off, so it kind of burned 3 perfect circles on the foliage. It is what it is. And right here I have a Hoya finlansonii. So pretty, very long, veiny foliage. She's also pretty big. This is the newest leaf, I think. It's still a little bit softer and a little bit darker. And right here on the floor, because I don't have space on the shelves anymore, I have Hoya vitellina Splash H11. And she is also very, very pretty, you guys. The foliage is so big and splashy and dark. I have a couple of those around, and this is also was the burn from the light because she used to be on the shelf. And right here I have Hoya elliptica, pretty big, pretty foliage. This one has not bloomed for me yet. The one that bloomed, I chopped her up, and this is a part of it. So right here, you guys were wondering about this plant. Let me get on the floor here. How this plant is doing. This is Silver Dollar that I got from my friend, and she is doing, I mean, like doing nothing. So this is the foliage right here, and I believe this is the leaf that I got her with. And then she grew me this one, and then she grew me this one right here, and there is a tiny one right here. She started off pretty strong. She grew me a really long vine, and then she kind of stopped. She decided she is done. So at some point I think I'm gonna move her to my grow tent and see if she's gonna start finally growing for me. If not, we can chop her up and start from the beginning. And right here I have aloe plant, just a regular aloe plant. This plant was at my mother-in-law's house. When she passed away, I went there, and when I saw it, it was not doing well. It was on its last leg, and I felt so bad for it. I took it home, I rerooted, and I started growing it. This is like original foliage right here, and it's growing, it's doing pretty well. And the funny story is, about a week before I brought this plant home, I had a huge, beautiful, healthy aloe plant, and I gave it to one of my clients because she wanted mature plant, and I just didn't have room for it anyway. Then I brought this guy home, but it's doing well for me, and it became kind of special to me since it was my mother-in-law's plant, and I was able to save it and grow it. And right here I have a Hoya Sweet Scent. She is so pretty. I love her. Look how glossy she is, and she has splash. Not as splashy on this leaves, just because she used to live in much brighter light, but the new foliage is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Very thick and very, very smooth foliage. And right here is my Hoya balaensis splash. Very pretty. Look how large this foliage is. There is some splash, a lot of splash, but it's a small splash throughout the foliage. This is pretty large leaf. I think it's like 4 inches long. Here is another one. This one is a little bit smaller, but I also feel like it's newer. Here's another large leaf. Such a pretty Hoya, you guys. I think I still have one cutting in my Etsy shop if you guys want one, and I will have some more cuttings at some point for you guys. So that's basically all of my plants that live on the floor here, because there's no more space for them. And right here I have Dracaena Moonshadow, something like that. Very pretty, very silver. Like her, she just kind of shoved in the corner there between the shelf and the grow cabinet. Let's move on to my cabinet now. This is purple passion plant. Absolutely love this plant, you guys. Look how big it is now. It is so big and beautiful. I've made a short before when it was blooming, and blooms are nothing special, but foliage is absolutely gorgeous. Look how purple and dark green. It depends on the way light hitting it, but it's very pretty. She just kind of sits here hanging off the cabinet and loving her life. Right here I have neon pothos. They're cute. I like them. And right next to it I have Monstera species Peru. Dark foliage. She just kind of sits there. She's big, but I don't want to get on the stool, you guys. And right here, this is my Manjula pothos. I moved her over here. She is big. I cut her a few times to share with you guys, and I think I'm gonna cut her again. She is absolutely gorgeous. I guess it's time for the cabinet. All right, just turn the fans off so they're not annoying. So I guess let's start off right here with my Hoya lacunosa variegated. She is absolutely beautiful, you guys. So pretty. Somebody got so lucky and got my large cutting of it on Etsy, and I need to make some more, but it's gonna be a little while. She's not the fastest grower, but she is so pretty. Love her variegation. I love the pink on the new foliage. And right here I have Hoya Walliniana variegated. Just kind of tip it for you. Also very, very pretty. She's getting pretty big too. They're similar, but they're very different from one another. You can see how much larger this foliage is compared to lacunosa. They are definitely very pretty and very colorful. Right here I have Hoya sigillatis. It's a little bit sun stressed. Very, very pretty. She lives in this Mandalorian cup. And right here is Hoya Rebecca. I chopped up my large Rebecca and I made a small one for myself, and I shared some with you guys. And right here is Hoya Carnosa Stardust. Gosh, this Hoya is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Look at the foliage. It is so splashy. It's beautiful. And this leaf is so funny. It has like 2 points. It's like a little bit confused, but he's so cute. So she is very pretty. And I have another one upstairs in my bathroom. I'll show you guys when I do the tour upstairs at my house. And right here is Hoya mirabilis. Get her out. The camera wants to focus on all the other plants that's there. Very cute, very tiny little foliage, has some splash. Super cute. So on this shelf I have Hoya species GPS 7240. She's getting pretty big, very cute. She's getting new foliage right here, new vine right here. Super cute. I really like this Hoya. Here is Hoya DML 5655. Very pretty also. Very, very soft foliage. So, and right here I have Hoya, I don't know if I can say this, Ankajanoe. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I will put on the screen, maybe it's very hard to pronounce. This one I really like. I have two of them. I have one in my living room, and this one is so soft, you guys, on both sides of the plant. It feels so soft. I really like it. It feels like a kitty. I don't know how else to explain it. It's very velvety, soft finish on it, and I really like her. Interesting thing about this Hoya is this one lives in brighter light, so the foliage is smaller, and the one in my living room on the north window have much longer foliage. I'll show the comparison at some point. So, and right here I have a Hoya AH047. I'm gonna get her out, you guys, so you can really see it. You know, I have one already, and I'll show you to you in a little bit. It wasn't really stable splash on it, so I decided to acquire a new one, and this one is pretty silver. I have her for a while. It took her a very long time to start growing for me, and she finally did right here. And I guess we'll find out how her foliage going to do. Is it gonna be stable or not? Right now it looks like it probably will be, so I'll check in later and let you know once those new leaves mature. And right here I have Million Hearts, variegated, very cute, super slow grower compared to the green form, but I really like her. She just lives here. And right here I have Hoya lacunosa Mr. Tent, also very cute, small foliage. She is splashy, have multiple vines, super cute, and look how long this vine is. So I like her, she's super cute. And here I have a Hoya My Little Runaway. So very, very cute. And this is our HM02301. So very cute little foliage. Reminds me of Croniana. And has some splash, super cute. Has a pretty long vine this way and pretty long vine this way. And she lives right here on the shelf. So next shelf right here I have Hoya Abavata Variegata Splash. Very pretty, have her for a while, and she wasn't doing well. She wasn't looking as good as she's starting to look now. Hopefully I will have a beautiful large plant at some point. So right here is Hoya IML 62. Very cute Hoya. She bloomed for me before when I had just one leaf or something on it. There is a short somewhere on my channel. Very pretty, interesting foliage. It's have like 3 veins going through. Very thirsty Hoya. I water her all the time and she is still thirsty. I need to move her up in the larger pot, you guys. This is kind of too small for her. And right here I have Hoya Australis Lisa. Very, very pretty. We battled for quite some time. I got her years ago from Europe when it was absolutely impossible to get her here. And we've been battling since, and finally she is doing beautifully for me and growing beautiful new leaves. I like the variegation on her, and I love new foliage. It's just so bright red. It's super pretty. And here is another Hoya, which is, I will put the name that she goes by now on the screen because I don't think I can pronounce it, be honest with you. But she is formally known as Pachiclada, and she is variegated one. You guys seen her before. She bloomed for me. There is a peduncle right here. She is gorgeous, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. She is starting new leaves there. She is slow grower, but she's slow and steady though. Very good Hoya to have. Absolutely beautiful. Right here I have Hoya Decay. Also struggled with her for a while, and now we get each other, I guess. Right here I have a Hoya Botanica. Very pretty. I love the foliage on this Hoya, just simple, clean, kind of uniformed foliage, and the spacing between nodes is not too far. I like her. Right here I have another Wilbur Graves. I have a few of those around my house and my grow tent. I actually shared some with you guys. It's very pretty, very splashy. Not as splashy as some of them can get, but you know, I think I'm still kind of figuring it out, the lighting situation with her, but she is still very, very pretty. And right here I have Hoya vitellinoides. Beautiful leaves, very large, very veiny foliage. She has a little bit of splash right here. She's growing pretty well. In fact, this is very new leaf. It's still very, very soft, so I'll be very gentle. And the vine going all the way here. So, and this is Hoya finlandsonii. She's a little bit wrinkled. I will explain to you guys why. And this is EPC 774. Very pretty, very large foliage. Very veiny foliage. Love her so much. And she has a little bit of splash. The reason why she's so wrinkled all the time, because I have these 3 peduncles on this plant. If only would focus right here. Focus right there. So I have this 3 peduncles right here, and she constantly trying to bloom on it, and she constantly dropping those blooms. So basically she's taking up all of the energy from the leaves to try to bloom, and she just wouldn't do it. She just kept dropping them. So I don't know, I think I might move her elsewhere and see what's going on. I don't know, she's just not loving living here, but she's not dying either, so I don't know, maybe chop her up, restart her, or maybe even cut off the peduncle so she doesn't drain the plant. Right here I have a Hoya marginata. She is absolutely beautiful Hoya, you guys. I've had such a hard time with this Hoya for quite some time. For some reason she was not doing well. She would get spots like this on her, and I've done everything to her, and I think I finally won this battle because this is the new beautiful foliage right here. This is also newer foliage, but I think my inconsistent watering gave her those spots. But the issues I've had with her before was completely different than just watering issues. She just would not want to live in my home, and finally we are good. This is basically my whole cabinet right here. I know I still have space in here, and I will bring some Hoyas from my grow tent at some point that I purchased for myself. I will show you guys those in some other videos, and now we'll move them up here so they could live in together with the rest of my plants, I guess. Next to it I have a Dracaena here. She is cute. She does okay for me. I like her. She's just gonna have to live, she likes it or not, because I like her. Although I'm not very good at growing her, but it's all right. I'll figure it out. Right here I have Philodendron pedatum. Just a green, pretty little philodendron. I have it for quite some time. It was one of my first philodendrons and still have it. Right here I have Calathea network. She's okay. She could do better. And I think the reason why she's just okay and have dry edges because I don't necessarily pay too much attention to her, and I probably should. That's what she looks like. Right here I have Monstera albo that my friend gave me as a gift, and I chopped her up because she kept growing me green foliage. So last time I chopped to pretty much last node, she still gave me a green foliage, you guys. This is ridiculous. I mean, I already have 3 of those around my house, 3 green monsteras. And she's still giving me green leaves, so I don't know if I'll be able to get variegation on this monstera. I mean, I guess I'll keep on trying and we'll see what happens. My friend gonna be so happy when she sees this video, boy. So let's move on to this window right here. I'm gonna get the light here, hold on. I'm not sure how's the lighting gonna work against the window here. I did put my light to it, but it's not doing much. So, but let me try to show you anyway. This is my pickle plant. Maybe I'll just take it off to show it to you guys. It is big. I have this plant for so long. I think from when I started collecting plants, and she is big, she is trailing, she is cute, and she's very easy plant to take care of. So that's one of the reasons why I'm keeping her. Here is the Hoya Sunrise. Again, I feel like you guys not gonna be able to see it. I'm gonna have to take them off. So Hoya Sunrise right here, a little bit sun-stressed, very pretty, very long. She bloomed for me. There is a peduncle. Right here is peduncle. She bloomed and I saw it, and I never took a picture or a video for you guys. It's okay. I'll try to catch her next time. Here I have a little Miscellaneous. I really like this one. It's kind of a weird looking, but it's just such a, I don't know, fragile looking little plant. I like it. And right here I have my huge Hoya Shepherdii. I like her. And there is a air plant here. It's kind of trailing down. So I like Shepherdii. She's actually very interesting. She also called string bean Hoya. She has this very skinny, long foliage. She has ton of peduncles for me. Ton. I mean, they're kind of everywhere, you guys. And I showed you blooms before, and she blooms all the time for me, except today. But she's beautiful and she is big. Right here I have some air plants. I like this one so much. Have it for quite some time. It's pretty large. Here is another air plant. So I have a few. Here is my Hoya Zambalis. Let me take it off so you guys can see the whole plant. She is big, very, very long vines, also known as Hoya Mini Cantiana, and I've seen it as Mini Wayeti. So she is very, very cute, very small foliage, kind of long but chubby, very cute, and she's pretty long. I actually have some cuttings on Etsy if you guys like this kind of Hoya. Right here I have Million Hearts. Love it. Have this one for so long, and she blooms this tiny, tiny little flowers. I like her. She's messy looking and kind of like, I don't know, kind of all over the place, but I like her a lot, and at some point I hope my variegated one will get as big as this one right here. Right next to it is Ripsalis pilocarpra. Yes, she is cute, and she has bloomed for me, you guys. I have a short somewhere on my channel. Very cute, kind of reminds me of Ripsalis right here, except this one is like fuzzy. So cute. I like that one too. And right here I have Hoya bilobata. Let me take it off so you guys can see. She is so cute, very fuzzy foliage. She's long, very long. Hopefully we will have blooms soon. She's very pretty, and she kind of like the back of it is a little bit of pinkish. I don't know how to show you guys that. Here it is. The light from the window is really not helping. So these are all of my plants right here on this window on top. So let's move on to the bottom. I have this really cool aloe plant. Also have it from my early days of collecting plants. I love this aloe plant. It's very rigid, very tough, and in the bright light, the little spikes right here, they turn bright red. I like this plant a lot. Very easy to care for, and it's just interesting to me. And right here I have another Hoya Australis Lisa. She is huge. I might actually cut her up, you guys. and share with you. Because I mean, I have another one right there. Like you just saw it right there. Who needs that many? But she is big, she is beautiful, and hopefully I will see some blooms pretty soon. And but I can still take cuttings and share with you guys. She is pretty. And I remember the days when you could not get your hands on it, and now they are just available. Here I have Euphorbia Lucinera. I really like her, have her for quite some time too. You guys have seen it before. She's cute, she feels very soft, and I don't know, she's just cute. Get to the side here. She's growing. So right here I have Calistophylla shortleaf. And it's funny, I thought I chopped all of her up, but apparently not, because I have a full plant right here, and this is some new foliage right here. Kind of catch the light here. Very, very pretty. I do have some cuttings on Etsy if you guys like this. And there is like little peduncle right here. It's not gonna focus, is it? Yeah, but there's gonna be a little peduncle here. Very, very cute, veiny, thick foliage Hoya. And right here, I have Hoya parasitica. And here's the newer foliage right here. Splashy, pretty. In fact, I have another one right here. I just forgot to show it to you guys. Totally missed this parasitica. This is like medium size foliage, but very thick foliage and splashy. She's pretty. So I have two. I mean, she's kind of big. She goes all the way up to here. And here's another vine right here. And here's another one. Yeah, I feel like in this light I can show you a little bit better what she looks like. So somehow I ended up with two of them. And I think I have another one in my grow tent, so I'm definitely gonna have to chop it up and share with you guys because I don't need that many. But here she is, also very pretty. And right here I have my Hoya carrii, variegated one. She struggled for me for a while, and finally she is growing. This is new foliage she's getting. There's also variegation. This Hoya, what it does, it starts off with kind of green, and then the variegation gonna start appearing. You could see a little bit on the edges here. I'm not sure if you guys can, but there is some variegation already appearing, and then she becomes more variegated like older foliage right here. Very pretty. She lives right here in my south window. And right here I have my Ficus Ali. I really like this ficus, but it's very, very slow grower for me. I was hunting it down for so long, and you guys seen me unboxing it at some point in one of my videos. I like it. At some point I want it to be a large tree. So right now it's probably 2 feet tall, but not tall enough yet for me. I really want a tree out of this ficus because I don't know, I just like the foliage on it. I love how long this foliage is, how dark. It's just different kind of looking ficus, I guess. So, and right here I have another carrii. This is my wonky but cute little girl. She is growing very, very slowly, but she still have this small little foliage, although this newer leaf is a little bit larger. I like her. She is special to me because she's just wonky and cute. Here is another Hoya AH074, and that's the one you guys seen me unboxing. This Hoya, it's definitely reverted. It's definitely not very silver, but it does have a good amount of splash. I guess we'll see if she's gonna give me more or not. I mean, there's a little bit more on this leaf right here. I hope you guys can see it right here. So I don't know, I'm kind of observing her. She is huge at this point, and she did come to me with flat mites, so I had to treat her and all of that. She's growing well now, and I guess we'll see if the silver gonna come back on her. If not, you guys saw another clone that I got that's more stable, and see what happens. And right here is my Nicholsoniae New Guinea Ghost. You guys, this is my mother plant, and I know some of you already got some of my cuttings on Etsy, but this is my mother plant. She is beautiful. She is so solid silver, absolutely gorgeous. Here's the new foliage, and she does sun stresses to pinkish foliage. I just keep her here and don't necessarily sun stress her, but look how big she is, you guys. She is long, very, very long. Very large. She is in 6-inch pot, and this pot is pretty full, very pretty. And this Hoya also have very interesting modeling on the back of the leaves. Here you can see it better right here. Very pretty. I like this Hoya a lot. She is pretty thirsty, you guys, but you have to be careful. You can get root rot pretty fast also with her, so it's you kind of have to figure it out when is the time to water her. But she is pretty easy. You just, once you find that perfect timing to water her, I guess. Beautiful, very silver, very pretty, very large. So right here I have another pink princess. That was my original one, and it's funny because I got her right before the pink princess craze happened, but I did not get a good clone, you guys. She just okay. She barely have any pink. She's just okay, I guess. So I have her, she's there. I'll observe her for a little while, and she might be moving out. We'll see. So right next to my pink princess, I have a sago palm. She is huge, you guys. Absolutely huge. I love her. You guys have seen a short on my channel when she was unfurling her foliage. Gosh, it's just so cool. Such a cool plant. And you can get one of this at any big box store, you guys. But they are super cool, actually. That's what it looks like here. It is still an original self-watering pot that I purchased her with. I like her, she's pretty cool. And right here is my Bismarck palm. Absolutely love her. She is that silver palm that I was hunting for quite some time, and I finally found her. I did show it to you guys when I just acquired her. She is so pretty, so pretty. Very, very slow grower. I'm in no rush here. Besides, I don't necessarily have space for large plants like this, but I'm keeping her, even if I have to move out my dining room table. Here's the new frond, I guess, is coming out. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves, and there's one more. So she's doing pretty well for me. Like her a lot. Not going anywhere. Right next to my palm right here on this little table, I have Zenitsu macroglossus, and I love this plant, you guys. It is so pretty. She's very large now. I bought her as a teeny tiny little vine. She is variegated. She is shiny. She is succulent. I don't know. She feels good. She feels like rubber. I don't know. It's like the leaves are very rubbery, and the stem on this plant is purple. I really like this plant a lot. She used to live in my kitchen, and now she lives here because there is just no room for her anymore. Plus, I think the spider mites like her every so often, not too bad. So I just kind of decided to keep her here on her own, I guess. Now let's move on to my dining room table. This is the spot I actually sit when I film for you guys. And here's the plants that I have currently on my table. I usually have just one. I don't necessarily like too much stuff here, especially if I'm gonna be filming. But there is some plants here that I have to figure out where they're gonna live. I have Monstera Thai Constellation. This is the first one I got. You guys saw it. I was super excited about it. There was tiny little plant that I got at the time when it was almost impossible to get them. Luckily now there are more available, so everybody who really wanted one finally can have. So she's doing very well. I mean, look at this. This is like original leaves, very tiny. And then we got this leaf, and then we got this leaf, and then we got this one, and now this is the newest leaf. It just unfurled a few days ago. You can see variegation is much brighter and beautiful. I don't know, it's just so pretty, and hopefully soon she will start giving me split foliage. And right here, I actually never really talked about it, you guys, but these are so cute. I got these when I went to plant show a few years ago, and we stopped in one of the greenhouses. These are so cool. I have a few in different plants. These are just like, they just glow. I don't know, they're just super cool. I have them in my Amazon storefront. I had a little bit of a hard time finding them online, but I did. They are so cool, and they come in different colors. They have really huge ones. Very cool decor for inside or outside. Obviously I bought small ones for myself because they're gonna be indoors, but very cool decor for your plants if you guys like something like that. Right here is Hoya Ricardo. I've showed you guys one that I have in my grow tent. It has absolutely enormous foliage. This one does not have that yet, but she will. Just watch it. This Hoya grows very fast, gets really dark large foliage, has a little bit of splashing on it. I love this Hoya, and I will have some cuttings to share with you guys. They just might start off with smaller foliage, but they will get there. Right here, I created this little trellis out of this driftwood that I bought so long ago. I think I bought it at Marshall's, you guys. I actually paid money for a stick because I thought it was such a cool looking stick. And I planted my Hoya choky here, and I used this as a trellis. So, and I always wanted to use this stick as a trellis for some plant, I guess, and I finally decided to trellis choky on it. And choky is very cute. It's very fuzzy but rough kind of foliage, and some of the leaves here, like this one, actually have a little splash, so it's very cute. So yeah, it's growing on this really cool little trellis, and this, you know, basically driftwood, bleached wood, whatever that is gonna look like actual tree with leaves once it's all covered up with the foliage. I think it looks really awesome. And right here, I'm not gonna talk too much about her because you just seen it recently after my grow tent tour. So, but this is my Hoya carnosa snowball. So she's right here. She's not gonna live here permanently. I just have to make some space for her to move to her original spot where she did well for me. So none of these plants are gonna stay here, you guys. I really don't like stuff sitting on my table. So here is another green monstera. That's the one that I showed you before that I chopped up. We have variegation there, but this variegation does not make it to the foliage, you guys, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. It's just gonna do what it's gonna do. I guess I'm just gonna keep chopping her until I get what I want from her. And right here, I don't think I formally introduced you guys because I kind of got her and I have her, and I have a short when one of the leaves were unfurling. It was time lapse. It was a really cool video if you guys want to look it up. This is my another Monstera Thai Constellation, and this one is huge foliage, beautiful. split foliage. This leaf is a little bit smaller because she was getting very root bound in a smaller pot. So once I repotted her into this larger pot, which I believe this is 8-inch pot, I'm gonna go around. She grew me another leaf right here that's gonna unfurl pretty soon. So I feel like now that she's repotted into bigger space, her leaves gonna start sizing up for me pretty fast. And here is another one of those glowy things that I have. They're just so cool, you guys. I guess now I showed you everything starting from here all the way here, all the way around. And that's the room that you guys wanted to see the most. And you guys were asking me to make a video in this room. Here is another area of this room where I have plants. I don't know, let's I guess start from the top. So here I have another Manjula pothos. Love her. So gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous plant. Right here I have philodendron Birkin. They kind of never took off. It was so much noise about this plant, but it never kind of became popular. It was kind of came and gone, but I like this plant. I think it's still very interesting, so I just keep it. Right here I have just different type of scindapsus. This is like really, really large foliage, you guys. Very silver, very pretty. Here is another one. This is just, I think, regular scindapsus. So it's not as silver, but it's still pretty cute and it's very, very long. And right here, this is silver and I believe just a little bit different, smaller foliage, obviously, compared to this type of foliage, but basically this is my little scindapsus corner. And right here I have a string of hearts. I don't remember, this is a variety that was silver, something silver, I don't know, but this is, it's funny. I just have her growing in the water. She is crazy long, you guys, almost to the floor. And I just never had a chance to pot her up, and I probably should. I mean, she is cute. And this is the only string of hearts I have left. I kind of got rid of the other ones. This is just my regular pothos that I have, I'm not kidding, for probably 18 years. And I bought her as 2-leaf cutting years ago in the grocery store when that was the first plant I ever purchased. And she is long. She is almost to the floor. She used to be very, very huge. And my son dropped the pot, I believe 3 times that I had to repot her. And then I finally chopped her up and I just made a smaller plant because I just don't need too big of the plants. Don't have room for it. But I like her. She just, I don't know, my first plant. When I didn't even know how to grow them, and I think it reminds me of my childhood because my grandma used to have them in her house. Here I have pearls and jade pothos that need some water. It's not looking happy right now, but it's here. And right here I have philodendron tortum. You guys have seen a short was this philodendron that I made. It was time-lapse short when one of the leaves were unfurling. It's actually very, very cool. It's still in a small pot. I need to repot it to give it more space, and it's actually still in sphagnum moss the way I bought it, and I do not like sphagnum, but at some point I'll find the time and get it done. Very cool plant, love him. Here is some cuttings of Monstera, I forget. So I don't know, it's just there. Right here I have a huge cutting of Philodendron melanochrysum. I think that's the name. I'll look it up, I don't remember, but huge cutting. There is a bunch of leaves, there is some large foliage right there, and there is another one. I just have to cut it up in smaller pieces and share with people who love this type of plants. So right here I have Epiprenium pinnatum variegated. I bought this plant when it was so unavailable. I was able to get 1 leaf cutting at my greenhouse, and I rooted it, and it's been growing since. It's pretty variegated, it's beautiful, it's long, it's have vine right here, so it's pretty big. It needs to be repotted and maybe trellised better, but it's pretty cool. I like this plant quite a lot. Some variegation is crispy white looking, and some variegation are a little bit more yellow, but I think it's more of the lighting situation here. Or it could be just new foliage starts off yellow, because these are feel pretty new to me. And she's starting to split a little bit. You can see a little bit of the holes in the leaves. So, and right here I have Philodendron White Princess. She is cute. She is doing her thing. This leaf is very, very pretty. I love how white and crisp variegation on her. Right here I have another one, and that's the one that lives in pond. There is still multiple. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but there's still multiple plants in there. I have to separate her because you could tell how little foliage is getting, although she's getting enough light here, but that's just too many plants in one tiny little pot. And right here I have that polka dot begonia that everybody seemed to love. I like her too. She's cute, and I'm not necessarily begonia girl, but I love how red the foliage in the back. I love the silver polka dots on it. I definitely see why people are so fascinated with her. She's still pretty small, but it's okay. She will grow. She is cute. I like her. And right here I have Philodendron Jose Bono. He is very big at this point. And here is the new foliage for you guys. This philodendron is very interesting. It starts off with very light variegation, very white variegation, and then it gets kind of muted. It turns into that more darker green variegation. So, but it's a very cool plant. It's been doing well for me from the beginning. It does live in the pond right here in a 6-inch pot, but at some point I think I want to move him into the soil and larger pot, because I feel like philodendrons like soil better, although he's doing pretty well over here, pretty big. And right here I have another Hoya carnosa snowball. That's my second clone, you guys. That's not the first one, which is right over there. This is my second clone. That one I will make cuttings at some point to share, and this one is also very, very pretty. Just seems to me as this one has darker foliage than the other one, but also very large around the leaves. Variegated leaves, completely white leaves. Those tend to be long and skinny, but the actual green foliage on this Hoya is very large and round. Here I have some air plants. This one needs to go in the trash. It's dead. It's crispy. I'm not too attached to any air plants, to be honest with you. I have some more over here and right here. Here is my Sansevieria or Dracaena whale fin. Remember, guys, when this one was such a craze, everybody wanted, nobody could get them, and they were so expensive. Well, I still have them. I have quite a few around my house. Here is my asparagus fern. She is cute. She's so delicate and just, I don't know, just cute. Right here I have Dracaena dragon fingers. I like this. It's very, very thick cylindrical foliage. I think it's pretty cool. I like her a lot. And right here I have Norfolk pine. It's my little Christmas tree, I guess. I like it. It's very, very soft and green and glossy. I like it. It's getting pretty big. At some point I have to move her out of there because she is hitting the top of that shelf at this point. And on this shelf right here is philodendron billeti. You can see there's like orange stems on it. I think he's cool. He's still pretty small, but he's pretty cool. I kind of like him, and I like the orange stems on him. Right here I have a Christmas cactus. It used to be variegated at some point, not anymore. And I used to keep him in brighter light, but I moved him here because I have nowhere else to keep him. And he blooms for me a lot. Right here I have another Dracaena whale fin, formerly known as Sansevieria. 3 leaves. I don't know, just have them. They're easy. And right here I have Apabalis lavale. I bought it a while ago. It's just an interesting little plant. And right here was another philodendron melanochrysum. And it's funny, it had a large green leaf and it fell off today. It turned yellow and fell off. I think I overwatered it, but there's a new growth point. So basically now we covered this whole area. And this is the plants that I have in my dining room / Elena's plant room. And I guess I can show you some plants here, since it's kind of a part of this whole area, I guess. So I have orange bird of paradise, you guys. I really like her. That was a hunt. Those are so hard to find, at least it was for a few years. And this one is huge. I have a white one upstairs, but this one is really cool. I really like the foliage on it. Foliage is a lot smaller than the other one, but this one's supposed to bloom much faster. And I like it here. And she's big. She's almost as my height, and I'm 5'2", so she's probably almost at 5 feet tall. And right here I have Hoya gracilis, also known as Memoria. Take it off. So she is pretty cute. She has some splash. She's getting big. I did struggle with her in the beginning because I think I bought her with pests, but those days are over. So now she's growing for me, and at some point hoping to see some blooms. And I actually like her here. She gets really good light here. And I bought 3 more pots like this, and I'm gonna kind of put on the walls here. Maybe just 2 more on this side, and have some of my Hoyas trailing down. And right here I have Latifolia alpomarginata, formerly known as Macrophylla. You guys have seen actually a few videos when I featured this Hoya. She is huge at this point, you guys. She's still in that pot when I repotted her in that video. She still have that same trellis, 4 foot tall trellis that I put her on in that video. And foliage on this Hoya is absolutely beautiful. Just look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. I have some foliage that's just so large. Like this leaf right here, you guys. I mean, this is insane how large this foliage is. And this is a new one. Very pretty. So yeah, she's very big. And this is new foliage. It's still very soft. Very pretty. This is a new one. She loves it here. The problem is now she is past 4 foot trellis, so at some point I'm gonna have to start cutting her, and hoping this trellis will just get nice and full as base is, and just keep her at 4 foot, because I don't know where else she can go here. I don't necessarily want her to climb over this plant. And right next to this latifolia, I have a latifolia pot of gold, which you also have seen in my videos. This one is also very pretty. I will have some cuttings for you if you guys looking for something like this. She is very pretty and she's getting pretty big. So this is it, you guys. I finally made this plant tour of this room that you guys been asking to show for quite some time. If you guys made it this far, congratulations. Definitely a lot of plants, a lot of work to take care of them, but they are beautiful. Every single one of them was hand selected and every single one of them brought me a ton of joy when I purchased them, and they still make me happy, except they are a lot of work. In fact, I dread every single week to water this room because I know I'm gonna be here probably full day. If you guys like my plants and want to get some of my cuttings, you can always check out my Etsy store. The link is going to be in description of this video. And if you guys liked any plant related products that you've seen around this room, I guess, including my lights, you can check out my Amazon storefront. Link is also in description of this video below. Just quick disclaimer, if you guys shop on my Amazon storefront, I will get small commission from it. If you guys are not completely exhausted from watching this video as I am, because I've been filming this for at least 2 hours at this point, you can check out my other video that I filmed recently. I'm gonna put it right here in this corner, and it's my grow tent plant tour that I filmed recently. If you guys want to see what I grow in my grow tent and how's my setup there, so check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, share with your plant friends, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.